Welcome, 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 everyone. Just little old me today. It's like the old days. I'll try to get to all of my gratitude today. All the friends, family, and loved ones. Dawn and all 6 of my kids and grandkids, and everyone was here this morning. In our house we have brunch with my kids. It started when they were little. My mom weighed every turkey back in the old days. Her job was she worked in the meat market, and she weighed turkeys for several weeks. And by the time we got to Thanksgiving, we weren't pleased. We never got dressed up. Never didn't like to watch football, eat a bunch of food, sleep, lay around, be lazy. That was Thanksgiving for us. And when my kids got bigger, they would come here in the morning, and then they would go to their mothers in the afternoon, and we'd have breakfast and lay around, and then they'd head over to their moms and have fancy dinner with them. So they were all here, and it was great, and super grateful. We're hardly ever all together anymore, but it was great. I had intended to put together clips of the best of, and I didn't get to that. I try real hard. I have good ideas. Don't always follow through. But we're going to try real hard to get some clips together before the end of the year, because Christmas falls on a Thursday and New Year's both fall on a Thursday. And so I think we're going to try real hard to have a couple of different, montages. Is that a word? I'm not sure. Of people who've been on in the last year and things that have happened. Maybe we'll try to cut together a few dumb jokes of the day. Which I didn't. There's no album side. There's no dumb joke of the day. I'm not a really good joke teller, so I don't think of them off the top of my head. I have to plan it. So I'll see if I can come up with one at the end. But so I thought I would just come on, play a song or two, say thanks to everyone. You know what I'm going to do? I'll do a first of all, thanks to Jean for all the work she does for MeL Muzic in general. Just in general, for the last couple of years, she's been the person who really makes it all go. So thank you, Jean. I'm truly thankful and grateful for your friendship. Josette and Blue, who came along this year to help me do this, and they've been nothing but great. So thank you guys. Everyone who I met musically this past, 15 months or so. About 15 months ago, I started really playing music kind of full time. Not real good at the making money, but I've made a lot of great friends, and I'm really grateful for all of them. Thank you all who sent in a text this morning. I'm grateful. All the open mics, all the people that support the open mics, all the people that create the open mics, that creates this community around here. That's amazing. The amazing people that I've met, just in this, vicinity, without even getting into the down into Chicago, but from the Berwyn area to the Fox Valley to down south, Plainfield, Joliet, all the places down there, and a little bit St. Charles, and a little bit north the other way. So all wonderful. Yorkville, there's a bunch of places in Yorkville that support live music. Like I said, the main open mics that I spent time at in the last year were like Preservation with Aaron Kelly, who kind of started off the whole, changed the direction of the Songwriters Lounge. by just being a friend and coming on and talking about music, and we started talking about songwriting, and it really changed how I approach this. And all the people I met over there at Preservation, and through Aaron, and by extension through Demi. Great people, great place. O'Neill's, Sundays. Last year I was there almost every Sunday for several months, and the last few months I've been kind of scaling back because I found myself overwhelmed and trying to get some other things done. Excuse me, but O'Neill's is a great place. Blue and Dan, who that I met last year and have become great friends, and then the Songwriters Club, the 35-day Songwriters Club, which has Mary and Angus and Jackie and Megan, and now we got Liv, and Ginger might be joining us, and who am I forgetting? Blue, Dan, Jackie, Angus. Josette comes. That's who I was forgetting. Mary. Those are the regulars, and now we got some new faces starting to show up too. So that's great. People like Colleen Wild, who last year was one of the first people to really encourage and say kind things when I wasn't really ready for it. Who else? I'm certain I will forget people, but I've met so many people, it blows my mind. So I'm going to try to come up with literally a comprehensive list, and maybe go through all the streams in the last year and just write down every person that's been on. And I'll do that for the Christmas one for sure, and then we'll try to put some clips together. So for a long time I really struggled to write new music because I had this backlog of music that had never been recorded and just sort of stuck in my own way. And with all the wonderful people I've met and all of the wonderful exercises that I've gone through, I've really gone into a stretch here where I've written a whole bunch of songs, and it feels great. The whole point of the Songwriters Lounge is to encourage everyone. Whatever your creative thing is, whatever it is that makes you feel like you need to do it. We only get so many days on this earth, and you don't know how many it is. And just stop screwing around. Just do what you're supposed to do. Doesn't matter if you make money at it. You figure out how to do what makes you happy. Don't put money first. Put happiness first. So I'll stop editorializing. This is not a beer. This is a root beer, so don't panic. I haven't damaged my sobriety, but Josette, somebody gave Josette a couple of root beers for her birthday, and I accidentally realized that after in the middle of one that I was drinking that these might have been a gift for Josette, and so I went and bought a whole bunch more of them because they're good. Anyhow, also I would like to thank Fred the Goat. And I don't know what should we name this one Michael Myers the Goat? Maybe. We'll go Fred the Goat. Jason? Maybe Jason? I don't know. Neither one of those seem fitting just because they're Halloween. It's more of a Count Chocula? I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a joke figured out today, but I am going to play a song that I wrote for the Songwriters Club and presented to the group on Sunday. And it was sort of inspired by when you're struggling. A lot of what I struggle with is with my mental health issues. I'm working on it. It gets better every day. But it never really goes away. And sometimes you're in a bad week, or you have a bad bunch of days, and you're just coping with it. But people who care seem to notice, and they'll ask. And sometimes I don't know what to say anymore because I sort of cover the same ground and I struggle with the same things, and I'm working on it. But But we all do. Like, I know we all do. That's the whole thing, is we all do, and people always have. People just didn't talk about it as much, and it's not like all of these struggles are new to people. They've been going on since the beginning of time. Excuse me, I just burped, but you can't hear it. Or you can't smell it. Made myself laugh. But I'm kind of wheezy. But somebody asked me, and I just said, I don't know, I'm fine, I guess. Ding. So I ended up writing this song, and I couldn't. It sounds like a couple of, there's some similarities to a couple things. It's like the story of Paul McCartney when he wrote Yesterday. I'm pretty sure it's Yesterday. He wrote it, and he kept taking it and playing it to all his friends, saying, "Is this a song?" Because I think this is already a song. And he kept asking, and he kept asking, and finally he was like, "Well, I guess I wrote it." Because when you're writing a song, the best thing you can do is just write what you think sounds best. But sometimes what happens is you realize what sounds best to you is because it's familiar and you heard it somewhere else, and then you have to figure out how to make it your own within the context or completely change it. But sometimes you just kind of get to the point, like Paul McCartney said, and you go, "Well, I guess I wrote it." But I do, for now, I asked Jackie Carroll, who was here for the Songwriters meeting, group, I think this might be sort of like one of your songs. And she said, "Well, if you didn't say that, I wouldn't have noticed it." And but this definitely has, because I went back and helped her record a few things, and I listened back after I'd written this song, and I realized, well, the roots of this song came from me working on a Jackie Carroll song. So they're really not that similar. There's some similarities in part of it, but for sure Jackie gets a tip of the hat for starting it. And when it becomes a big, giant international hit, then we're going to have an argument probably. But I don't see that happening. But I'll just put her name on it if I need to. So, but it's called Fine, I guess. So, let's see if I can do this. Oh, wait. I got to do my own reverb. Let's do that. Hey, better? Too reverby? Let's see. All right, we'll just go with that. Might be a little. That's a little too. Boy fell down a well-y. I'm wheezing. Sound like Lou Costello. That just made me an old man. See how fast that dried up? I guess it's still there. All right. Let's see here. Making sure my pages turn, because it would be bad if they didn't. I don't know these words very well. All right, here we go. I don't know what to say anymore when you ask me how I am. I am in a constant state of unraveling. Pain in my heart and the noise inside my head never seem to have any kind of end. At this point in my life, if it hasn't changed by now, then it probably never will. I guess I should learn how to say, with a smile on my face, pleasant disposition. Fine, I guess. I'll try to learn to live with it. This pain that I carry will probably never go away. Fine, I guess. Thank you for asking me. Maybe someday I will learn to say I'm doing just fine. What do I do with the way I feel today? It seems so obvious to everyone but me. I can't seem to sleep again. I think to myself, these stolen pieces never coming back to me. I already know the answers to the questions I face, though difficult to admit. Given space and time, I already know, so I try not to show. Fine, I guess. I'll try to learn to live with it. Pain that I carry will probably never go away. Fine, I guess. Thank you for asking me. Maybe someday I will learn to say doing better than fine. You don't know what to say anymore when I ask you how you are. Can't hide the truth, it's shown in your eyes. Truly I try to change what I can and accept what I cannot. Praying for the wisdom to someday know. At this point in my life, if it hasn't changed by now, then it probably never will. Think that I'm doing okay, and I can honestly say with a pleasant disposition, fine, I guess. Oh yes, I'm doing fine. Learn to live with this, I'm doing okay. Fine, I guess. Thank you for asking me. Maybe someday I will learn to say I'm doing just fine. Fine, I guess. Oh yes, I'm doing fine. Learn to live with this pain, it'll never go away. Fine, I guess. Oh yes, I'm doing fine. Someday I will learn to say that I'm doing okay. Someday I will learn to say I'm doing okay. Today I realize that I'm okay. There's nobody in this room but me. That's fine, I guess. I think Gene said that's heartbreaking. It isn't. It's just the way those of us who struggle with these things. Oh, let me shut this off. Deal with every day. It really is, and that's. Oh my gosh, I'm so wheezy. If you don't deal with depression, if you don't struggle with these things, if the things that I sing about or talk about in those ways feel foreign to you, God bless you, because for those of us who do struggle with that stuff, it's moment by moment, man. There are days when it's crushing, and try to understand that when you're dealing with someone who just, maybe you're on your last nerve with that person, like, oh, geez, come on, man, just get it together. I wish it was that easy. I've been trying my whole adult life, and whatever it looks like, it's chaos on the inside, man. So, I don't know. Anyhow, let's, I
Got capo on the second fret. What should I do? I could do a cover, I suppose, if I want to. Right? Maybe. Old or new? All the people on the chat? Nothing. Nobody on the chat. Cracking myself up here. I did that recently. Need the other guitar for some of these other ones. I can do... Let's see. Did I do good and broken recently? Let's do good and broken. When I take the capo off, there's a few notes that aren't quite as in tune. When it's open and in tune. But when sharp still. There we go. Now I forgot what I was going to play. Ha! Just kidding. All right, let's put the words up so I don't forget any. End of the line, there's nothing left to mend. Impossible to make home. Can't be fixed, took so long to understand this. So I keep trying again and again. I think I'm broken, I can't find all of the pieces. Can't seem to find them anywhere. My sanity scattered only God knows where. Now all I do is sit and stare. Burned out, used up, now all but gone. Maybe gone for good this time. It ain't gonna change, you can't do anything about it. Still no relief for this pain. I can't fight anymore and I really don't wanna die. Just want this pain to go away. I think I'm broken, I can't find all of the pieces. My sanity is scattered all about. Try to pick it up and put it back, but I find another home. I think I'm good and goddamn broken. I think I'm broken, I can't find all of the pieces. Can't seem to find them anywhere. My sanity scattered only God knows where. Now all I do is sit and stare. I think I'm broken, I can't find all of the pieces. My sanity is scattered all about. Try to pick it up and put it back, but I find another home. I think I'm good and goddamn broken. I think I'm broken. I think I'm broken. I think I'm good and goddamn broken. I think I'm broken. I think I'm broken. I think I'm goddamn good and broken. So that's one's got that one going for us. How long have I been going? Maybe we'll do one more. Well, I'm also thankful, like I said earlier, the obvious ones are our family, our loved ones, the people who support us, the people who hold us up when we're falling down, our best friends. Those are the ones. So thank you. I'm grateful for all of them. Everyone. I've said this a few times recently. In the early days of sobriety, I remember hearing people say they were a grateful alcoholic. And I didn't understand how that was even possible. But I truly am grateful for what I've gone through and how it brings me to this point in my life and how I can accept things in a different way. And I keep trying to get better every day, and some days I fall short. But I'll get up tomorrow and I'll try just as hard as I did before. So I'm going to do one more. This is probably, I wrote a bunch of songs this year, and really in previous years it was maybe one a year, sometimes less than one a year for a long time. And I wrote probably 15 songs this year, and that's kind of crazy. And that's what makes me feel whole. That's what makes, when Megan was here last week, she talked about it's the one, playing and singing is the one place that she feels totally herself. And that's that if you didn't see that episode last week, you should check it out. It's even still listed. I never changed the title. I'm an idiot. What a dummy. It's not episode 112 with Megan Manier. It is episode 113 with me, myself, and I. So I'm going to have to change that after the fact. What a knucklehead I am. But I just noticed I did that. One of my favorite songs this last year that I wrote was a song called One Simple Truth. And it comes from a haiku by Jenny Beneman. And the haiku, she has a whole thing that she does. So you put your hand on your heart, and you raise your hand. She writes haikus. You should check out her page. She's delightfully entertaining. A wonderful musician. She and her husband are tremendous musicians. They're tremendous people. They work very hard in, that Fitzgerald's Berwyn Friendly Tap area, working and building that community over there. And I've been lucky enough to be introduced to her and present the song that I wrote from her haiku, her series of haikus, which many people do. And the a haiku is 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. And it goes, the moon and her coworkers hold hands against the darkness. Nothing gets past them. So I sort of get it, but it's not as obvious as some of the others. But I mean, it sort of makes sense, you know. But it also, as I've introduced this song dozens of times now, when I was paging through all these different haikus of hers, this one sort of just seemed fuzzy, but it also reminded me of the sort of wisdom my mother would impart on me as a kid. I spent a lot of time in the car driving places. She drove me to play sports and worked very hard to try to give me the opportunity to do as many of those things as we could possibly, and it was hard. She made great sacrifices, and but she would always say these things, and I carry them through to this day. I pass them on to my kids. I believe my grandkids are already getting the brunt of them as well on some days. But I just found myself really thinking about my mom, and she's been gone a long time now. And I ended up writing this song, and it's dedicated to my mom specifically, and moms everywhere for all that they do. So. She says the moon and the stars hold hands against the darkness. With the right kind of smile, she softly began to explain. We can try and try, but we'll never get another one past them. It never is what it is. It never really seems to be what it seems to be. My mother said to me, just be a man of your word. Try to give people the benefit of the doubt every once in a while. My mother said to me, God gave you one mouth and 2 ears, so you ought to listen much more than you speak. But you damn well better work twice as hard and help the moon and the stars hold hands against the darkness. The right kind of smile, she softly began to explain. We can try and try, but we'll never get another one past them. 'Cause it never is what it is. It never really seems to be what it seems to be. We run around and we ain't yet seen or found. Life holds one simple truth. Be true to your heart and true to your soul. Oh, heartache and emptiness are sure gonna find you. My mother said to me, never give up on yourself. Now there'll be a time when you've got to stand up and fight, when it's time to fight. Give it all you got. Know what you're fighting for. Then you can fight harder than you ever thought, and help the moon and the stars hold hands against the darkness. With the right kind of smile, she softly began to explain. You can try and try, but we'll never get another one past them. Never is what it is, and it never really seems to be. The moon and the stars hold hands against the darkness. With that right smile, she softly began to explain. We can try and try, but we'll never get another one past them. Never is what it is, it never really seems to be what it seemed to be. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'm grateful for this forum. I'm grateful for, like I said, friends and family and all loved ones. Thank you.